What?
Now we go into our third quarterfinal. I'm a little pissed. I'm a little pissed on these players here, especially Lawlight and Infi. They rob us of some great Warcraft. 2 3-0s. I expected full out best of 5s here. I wanted more Warcraft. These pro gamers, man. Only thinking about championships and money.
And playing their best.
Can't they think of our entertainment, man? I feel robbed.
Yeah, it was unfortunately pretty one-sided here so far. Especially Infi against Foggy, I would say. But it's also really impressive how well they played. Infi and Lawlight so far today. Looking insane. And looking ahead, now I don't want to paint the devil on the wall, but this is possibly also two favorites here, certainly. Moon and TH have to be seen as the favorites in their games.
Indeed. Moon's last 3 Gold League runs. In Winter 18, he won. In Summer 19, he got 2nd place. Last time, eliminated in the group stage. He wants to be back on the throne, and he's hella scary. You know me, I'm a little bit of a stats man here. So I can tell you that he has positive stats against all other participants of the quarterfinal, except TH, where it's 0-0 this year. In 2020, he's 26-2 against the other quarterfinalists. 26-2!
Yeah. There's also a stat against 1-2-0, which is pretty interesting. Like, Moon has been favored, has been having 1-2-0's number most of the time. It's a 67 to 33% win rate in series on War3 info. But out of the last 14 times they played, Moon won 13 times.
I knew he's on a 4-0 win streak this year. 1-0 hasn't defeated Moon once this year. Oh boy. This was the semifinal in WGL Summer 19, and there Moon defeated 1-0 3-1.
Yep.
Can the Necromancer get a better result? 1-0 is still one of the 2 players who could achieve the 3rd Gold League championship next to TH. He won that thing in the fall of 16 and in the summer of 17. That is quite some time ago. He made it to the playoffs twice recently. Semi-final against Moon, as I said. Quarterfinal last time against Happy. No shame in dropping there. It was a crazy undead mirror with the Naga plays and the timing. So that shows 1-0 can come in very prepared with new strats. And he will definitely be ready for his opponent. But judging from the group stage, is this the 1-0 that can scare a Moon?
No. In the games against Lawlight, 1-0 made very clear mistakes, leading to a somewhat clear defeat. Against Alice even, he lost a map, which isn't very encouraging to hear. Against Sock, it was pretty decisive, but that was only 1 out of the 3 games. 1-0 so far seemingly not in top shape. But maybe he can improve on that. He certainly will need to have a chance against Moon.
Absolutely. And the good thing is, 1-0 look better and better the later the tournament goes. So against Lawlight, big decision-making mistakes. Against Alice dropping the map. Against Sock in the lower bracket final, that was very solid. Not super duper mega impressive, but more steady, fewer mistakes. We're getting there. Mundo. He's dropped 2 maps so far, which I think not too many people would expect. 2-1 Colorful and 2-1 Lin in the Crazy Series, but he won that difficult Group B, and that's how he ended up in the quarterfinal here. If he makes a top 3 in this Gold League, he is the first one to break the $600,000 prize pool mark. Of course, he's the first one. He's the greatest. He's the most achieved player in the history of this game. And we always knew that he was great, and the stats underline it. Like, this year is absolutely Moon's year. And now he gets so confident. The title will be mine. Don't stress yourself too much. Don't practice too much. It's worthless anyway. I will be the champion. If 1-0 wins here, it's quite an upset. But never underestimate him. The youngest player in the tournament. The best undead in this tournament. Going for last refuge, Terraner stand. Moon for Amazonia and Echo Isles. Concealed Hill to start this. Northern Isles and Twisted out. We will not see Moon Meadows.
Northern Isles once again being vetoed by the Night Elf. We see this more and more. That's a more recent development. Other than that, looking kind of standard. However, 120 picks Terranus.
Yes.
What does that mean?
Yes. Dreadlord, fast expansion?
I'm sure many people would be excited to see that, not just side. But that is very surprising.
Yes.
He vetoes TM over Terranus. TM against Moon, understandable. Trees springing up everywhere, and suddenly you can't hold on financially, economically anymore.
Yeah, that's also a reaction to the loss to Alice, I think. That was on this map where you saw, okay, this is how Alice can play this. Imagine this in the hands of Moon. And here we see them. Two-time. One of the best Gold League players ever. 120. Not only 2 titles, also 2 finals on top of that. Part of ELL, who won the WGTL Team League. He won the Huya Super League this year. Second at next spring. The second Tier 1 tournament that we have in the Warcraft scene. Only defeated by Lin. In WCAA, he was eliminated by Moon. In CC Masters, he was eliminated by Moon. It's a good year for 120. But not a great year yet. He said in a pre-match interview, I'm gonna focus on Moon. My preparation focuses on Moon. But after the group stage, he said, this was the player I would have loved to dodge. So 120, what did your mastermind prepare? You got a lot of strategies in your toolbox. Some are a little bit trolly. Some can be very, very good. You need to surprise Moon, but how do you surprise Moon in 2020? The DreamHack Anaheim champion, the CC Masters champion, the AWL champion, the greatest. Let's get it on.
Concealed Hill for our first map. 120, the best undead in Asia. And by his own words, he has the strategies, Happy has the micro. But Happy seems to have been doing a lot better than 120 against Moon. Happy is doing well against Moon, seemingly with his style. 120 struggling perhaps. Is the way to beat Moon just playing straight up and executing perfectly? Is trying to play sneaky, tricky, smart, not the right way? Because Moon, you cannot fool him anyways? We'll see that here in this best of 5, where these two will bring each other to the limit.
Indeed.
Demon Hunter starting off for Moon with a normal creep route, and 120 also with the Happy build, normal opening. So nothing too crazy just yet.
I can tell you something crazy. If you're in for something crazy, Remo, I got another stat for you. Moon's win rate against Undead is 80%.
That's pretty good.
That's the highest win rate in pretty much all of competitive Warcraft. In any matchup, for any player.
And that in combination with their recent encounters sounds pretty scary for 120.
Absolutely. He has to be the one to be innovative, to surprise. If Moon plays his standard, he's gonna win. I think that's pretty much set in stone. Detonate, well done. Take the skeletons away. A little bit of experience for Moon, and of course, creeping slow down.
That's pretty much always what we see on Concealed. The Demon Hunter Ancient of War creep takes the creeps out across the map, and then you harass a little bit, looking for some mana burns perhaps. Getting the double detonate on the skeletons is a little bonus on top, with which the demon is almost level 2 now. 120 perhaps trying to set up a surround trap here.
Ooh, we saw this
that
before.
Ziggurat is a bait.
Yeah, we saw this before.
Yeah.
In one of their encounters. But Moon not falling for it. This seems to be the topic of Moon's games. Adjusting. You can fool him once, but never ever twice. That was the case with Lin, with this crazy Fascia build. That was the case with Colorful. in the Night Elf mirror, and this seems to be the case here as well.
Moon is waiting here for more archers to be produced, and then he can continue creeping comfortably as well. We have 3 archers now. With that amount of numbers, archers, you can certainly go for the green camps, and that Acolyte is actually level 2 because of that skeleton detonate from earlier.
Yeah, that's great. That's really great.
Oh, is that an expansion? Oh, yes, it is.
Wow.
3 Archer Expo on the way to tier 2. So, probably a lot of Dryads and expansion. Shout out to Starshape to predicted exactly this. If that is what it's going to be.
Yeah. Moon loves the Dryads. We all know this now. Plays them in pretty much every matchup nowadays. And why not? It's his best weapon, for sure. No one can play Dryads like Moon does. It's some sort of dance and not playing Warcraft at this point. 1-0 struggles to contest the turtle spot.
Yeah. I wonder if nowadays as undead you perhaps shouldn't go for the claws camp, but rather for the green. Because you know you're going to be getting harassed anyways, you know?
Maybe.
Because this early game here for 1-0 is very slow.
Yeah, but we see the level
last
of
hits. Gets it.
Yeah, we see the level of play here very early, where 1-0 is denying skeletons with the fiend shots to just keep the demon hunter low. That's where we are right now. Like, deny 12 XP. And Moon is done with the tech. Did I miss the hunch soul?
True. Oh wow, it's the Foggy strat. Oh my goodness. Is he actually copying strats from Foggy? Playing Naga Archer Expo with Mass Archer Marksmanship?
It's time for Foggy to repay, huh? For like 5 years straight. He stole his strategies from Moon, or timings. Or was... Let's say he was influenced. So Moon, at the fountain, needs to creep up his expansion as well! Whoa!
That was real close.
That could have been a disaster for sure.
Wait, he gets out though, doesn't he?
With the skeleton? Oh no.
Oh goodness.
We've seen this a couple of times this tournament.
Yeah, this keeps happening somehow.
Oh, that's not good. Moon is kind of ready to creep his natural. Tier 3 on the way. And now the hunch soul for upgrades.
DK is still not level 2. Oh my god. He's
Yep.
gonna get it now, but that is so late.
Not a great start for sure. They had these 4 encounters this year in WGTL in the group stage. 1-0 for Moon, WCAA 2-1 for Moon. In 1 WGL qualifier 2-0 and 2-1. I'm kind of happy that we don't have the tier 1 rushes here. No AP pushes, no expansion plays. These games were over so quick and it was kind of underwhelming. I want these players to show us their crazy micro in the late stage.
Absolutely.
And this is unfolding. Even though it's very slowly unfolding for 1-0, it is unfolding that way.
Yeah. In the late game, the undead can still be really good, even if the early was slow. Once tier 3 is ready, the army is big at around 50, maybe even more. Triple hero is online, orb, and all that. That is oftentimes where Night Elf, especially when playing mass archers, can find themselves in trouble. So this is going to be very interesting to see now for Moon how he transitions. Of course, he had a really good early game, but how is he going to play his advantage out? Is he going to transition into something else? Is he going to look to be aggressive, passive? What's going to be his play? I'm sure he's going to have the perfect answer lined up.
Yeah, he can't allow 1-0 to the super late game because then undead heroes, we all know this. Ruined braces for the Demon Hunter though. What a phenomenal item against this upcoming undead nuke. Pendant of Energy for the Naga as well. We saw more and more, especially in Foggy versus WFZ, how Fork Lightning is a weapon against Fiends. And she's well leveled already, closing in on 3. This is great inventory, great experience, great map for Moon so far.
He's already tier 3.
Yep.
How greedy is Moon playing? 3 Archer Expo into super fast tier 3 tech. getting creepjack now. In trouble, the Naga!
Whoa.
Oh my god, TP transfer at the very last second. That was almost too late.
Again playing greedy. No staff here that could have saved him. Lich third for 1-0 now. Staff online. Staff on orb online. Ogre Falls. He's getting the levels. Slowly but steady. 2.8. Fork Lightning. Nova. Archers are very squishy. This can't be the only answer.
Creeping up more is Moon. Level 3 Naga is going to be nice. Level 4 Demon is also going to be nice, but that's still a little bit away. Second attempt at the red camp. 1-0 getting scouted by the Wisp. Good job by Moon. What's the item? Ancient Django. One of the best he could have found.
Even more movement speed. And more attack speed. This makes things easier to micro, of course, if units are faster. And Fiends and Lich and Naga, they will benefit so much from this attack speed as well. Not bad! Definitely not bad.
1,000 gold for Moon. Is he really too greedy to go into upkeep here?
He bought something now.
Yeah. He needs a lot of items. He needs heal scrolls, invuls, heal pots, staffs.
Or
This archer strat works only when you have a very good inventory.
yeah.
And 1-0 is not yet going for the push. He's going double slaughterhouse, going into A-bombs. That is very strong against archers, especially with the disease cloud.
Yeah. He's picking up speed. Like, this is getting better by the minute for 1-0. Of course, he's up against an expansion, but Moon breaking upkeep now. The economy advantage is not that big at the moment, as 1-0 is staying at 50, waiting for the disease cloud. He has 2 abominations out already. I start to like 1-0's position.
Yeah, the question is he building this big army to then attack with, or is he building this big army to defend an expansion with? Both are viable options. But the lumber is very low for 1-0. When you go for double slaughterhouse mass A-bombs, it costs a lot of lumber. A-bombs, 70 lumber a pop. But good levels on Moon. Level 4 now on the Demon, 3 on the Naga, pot him close to 2.
Yeah, also the inventory, man. Rune Braces, Claws, Slippers for the Demon. That's wonderful. Pendant of Energy for the Naga. Really good. Orb already on the bottom. Fantastic. And he's getting that mass 64 supply.
Alright, here we go. This is the push. No counter expansion. This is pretty much all in by 1-0.
3 abominations. 0-0 upgrades. Spreading the disease now, but only getting 1 archer because Moon's position is so good. Fork Lightning Nova.
He's at the side of the battle. He's not presenting himself as an easy target.
Yeah.
The Demon Hunter is elsewhere. He doesn't even have the Orb of Venom. He's just there to burn, distract a little bit, and come in at the right time. This Demon Hunter control is just perfect.
How much free damage is this? He already got 1 abomination. The DK is low. The Naga is low. And what did 1-0 accomplish? Pretty much nothing. Disease Cloud now has to move the abominations far in. But boy, oh boy, is that an insane hold. Gets an A-bomb on the way out.
Almost got that A-bomb as well. Almost.
Everything's so hurt. There was lots of experience. And that was 10 supply.
How many times have we seen this strat just fall flat on its face? There's a few A-bombs, Nova Fork Lightning hits the back, DK comes in with a few right-clicks, coil, fiend shots. All the archers start dying. Night Elves, look at these replays. Look at how Moon plays it. Well, I guess everyone is doing that already, but look very closely. It is amazing.
1-0, as I said, he was accelerating a little. But he hit that wall with 200 miles an hour. How perfect. Moon knew this would be coming. Moon was ungodly well prepared. Found the right timing to hit upkeep. And yeah, there was just no surface for the archers.
Moon looking very strong here in the first game. But it's far from over. This is still an mass archer strat.
Yeah.
If this map was bigger, like let's say Northern or even Twisted, 1-0 could creep up like crazy. If 1-0 gets to 5-3-3 or maybe even 5-4-4, his heroes can do this by themselves.
Yeah.
But he's not there yet. And the map is empty. There's 0 creeps left. And Moon has been doing a great job not donating his archers away.
We see disease cloud working now, so that's a little bit of moon juice here. 74 supply. I guess he's working on the 3rd attack upgrade now. But that's the moment, right? Where he got these orbs, he got these attack upgrades, and then he's not getting better from that point on. 1-0 engaging again, nukes the Demon Hunter despite the Rune Braces, and again, the arrows are just raining down on the Abominations. He's right-clicking the Demon Hunter, like, immediately, dodges the coil with an invul, glorious play by Moon once again. Abominations just suffer, but they spread the disease here. Invul should be over in a bit. He's moving forward with the Fiends, like, not even trying to move them away. Hero focus seems to be the answer so far. Interesting play. Lich with an invul as well. Demon Hunter could be in trouble. He's being staffed out. DK last second. Another. Oh no, he just dies to the damage of the bottom. And another perfect answer by Moon. That's the 1-0.
Another quite decisive game here today for the quarterfinals. Moon looking really good. Seemingly had all the answer against 1-0's play. It was not too complicated. 3 archers into Expo, mass marksmanship archers, and play defensively with triple hero and orb and so on. But 1-0, I feel like he only looks like this when he plays against Moon.
Yeah,
it seems like he has a bit of a mental block. Like normally there's always this star moment, this gleaming moment of brilliance, where suddenly 1-0 has a great play. And there, how many coils did he miss? The DK was too far forward, loses him, fights up the high ground, by the way, with a mischance. It seems like Moon is just, he's got his number.
He's in that scary state where everybody thought he is, as the Dominator. And I feel you, man. Like, 1-0 versus Lin. 50-50. 1-0 versus TH. He dominates that matchup. Even against Infi most of the time, he looks really strong. Against Lawliot, it's kind of 50-50-ish, I think. Slightly favored towards Lawliot, but it's like 2-3 and 7-8 a map. So yeah, it is 50-50. Against Moon, it's just not the case. Moon always has the answers. It's crazy. Highlights here. We skipped the early game. That was the crazy nuke that could have given him the edge, just like the hero nuke against Lawliot did in the group stage. But Moon is this one step faster than Lawliot was. Saves the hero. I think they skipped the early game here. The early game was so important. How long was he stuck on a level 1 DK? 4 minutes? 5 minutes?
Yeah, I think Undeads have to change up their creep route on this map against Nido. This Ogre camp first isn't that good. Or maybe play ghouls. Yeah. Like with ghouls, you can creep much better here. And creeping is crucial.
Yeah. Chat is saying 27 and 2. No. That 26 and 2 stat was serious, not maps. So we have to wait a little to update these insane stats. But looks like we're getting there.
Yeah, Moon. He is by far the best player in the world against 1-0, isn't
he? Yeah, must be. He's 18 and 9 historically. No one's even close.
Yeah. You know, it's not only about race matchups, it's also oftentimes about player matchups. And their Moon seems to have been having the upper hand. But it's not over. This was a decisive game 1. This was an impressive performance by Moon, but this is a long series, at least supposed to be. So far, these best of 5s have been pretty short. Hopefully, this one is going to provide us with longer games.
Yeah. So far, the leading player after map 1 was snowballing quite a bit. The first map of Infi vs Lawliot, Infi vs Foggy, was pretty competitive, and then Infi took the lead from there. We need the comebacks. I don't want snowball no more. It's summer. It's not time for snowballs.
On 1-0's map now, perhaps this is where the comeback starts. Where they're going to LR or Terranus, it is LR first. I'm really curious what the hell he has prepared on Terranus, but that's going to be a story for later. Now, Last Refuge. Classic. Undead pick. Lots of creeps to go around. Lots of items and experience to gather in the late game. What happened on Concealed, where the Naga and Lich especially just ran out of creeps, is a lot harder to reach that point in the game on Last Refuge. And that does make a big difference. Late game, hero levels, the Undead probably benefit from those the most. Certainly against a 2-hero setup, which is what Nidals most of the time play. But then again, Moon just played triple hero himself with the Demon Mass Archer. And that was not to be expected, right? Normally, Moon nowadays plays standard Demon, Dryad, Naga, Bears. But here, he played a different strat.
Yeah, and even if he moves away from Dryad Bears, it's only Dryads. That was a big surprise. And that's another sign that Moon is so prepared. Like, he has new tricks ready for this tournament. And by the way, I don't think we talked about this during the group stage. Moon looks so rested. Like, sometimes we see him on these streams with huge bags under the eyes and looking tired. He oftentimes probably doesn't feel tired, but just from the appearance, like this looks very, very healthy and in tip-top shape.
Yeah, absolutely. Moon in possible World Championship shape at the moment.
Yeah. If this would be any other player, I think we would be saying this is the shape of his life. But Moon being so dominant over 16 years, I don't think it's possible to say when he was the best.
Yeah, the last couple of WGLs have been going great for him. He was in the grand final twice. He was in the semis. Of course, he won as well. And possibly on his way to the semifinals, at least here once again. We are now on Last Refuge. We have the same builds again. 1-0, not switching it up. No, wait. Nah, okay, I was confused. I was like, is that a double crypt? But no, that must be crypt plus shop, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And Keeper of the Grove.
Hello, paint me surprised.
Whoa. Okay. No Demon Hunter here.
Huh.
Keeper, if you hit the timings well, if you get the expo up well, can still work out decently as like a momentum hero. But if you get into the super late game with high level undead heroes, armies beyond 60 supply, destroyers, disease cloud, all that, Keeper is so much worse than a demon.
Yeah. Also enables a lot more nuke, of course, if there's no mana burn. He could play Demon Hunter second, but it will also be interesting. DK got a Wisp up on the high ground, so he takes information away, but that took some time. Hunch Soul. Oh, is he tower pushing him?
Wait a minute. What the hell is this? Nobody plays early hunts against undead anymore.
No.
This isn't 1.30.
You know, I was yelling about the TC Headhunter opening by Linguagua for many, many, many moons. And I'm also constantly talking about this 1CH game where Moon tower pushed 1-0 and defeated him. Is it time for this to happen now?
I think 1-0 will be scouting for it, though. And again, often, you know, Moon with his infinite wisdom and his wide range of strategies, he's opening the box of crazy right now. He's showing 1-0. Yeah, I'm not expanding. I'm not teching.
Oh.
I have a Hunter's Hall, by the way. What do you think I'm gonna do? And 1-0 is sitting there going like, I have no idea, man. There's so many different options, so many things he has to check for. He's scouting like crazy. It's no AP push. It is an expansion now, but the skeleton is seeing it.
Yeah. Do you think that Moon expected 1-0 to go for an expo play as he did so often in the past? Because then Keeper Hunts is really good.
Possibly.
I think that's it.
But in my opinion, Demon Hunter is still better against that than Keeper is. because of the level 1 harass strength. So Keeper hunts Expo. As if we were playing against Orc, but we are not.
Okay, let's creep this. And then expand. 1-0 is of course... Oh, dodges the coil. The first Wisp went to 1-0 in the very early game, but this won't happen to Moon again. DK, thanks to that distraction, too late for the creep jack.
And what can he really do here? Doesn't even have a dust. And looking at his inventory also shows a bit of fear. He buys the telestaff so he can get out of entangle surrounds. But this little pressure does nothing much really. Okay, he's stealing... No, he's not stealing the High Priest away because Moon is reading this possibility. Moon again executing this really well. But Huntresses have a big problem against Undead in the late game. They fall off very, very hard. Against Fiend, Focus Fire, with Orb of Corruption, they die very fast, also suffer greatly from Nova. Their splash damage gets mitigated a lot by statues. And I assume 1-0 is moving into a Fiend army. He's taking very quickly now to tier 3.
Yeah, there's a graveyard, there's a slaughterhouse. Lich is coming tier level 2 for the DK soon. Moon is also attacking. It's not like he's going full mass hunt something. There's probably a Dryad transition behind this. And then we're gonna get triple dot with Entangle, Dryad Poison, and Orb of Venom.
1-0 attacked with 0 Fiends, so now that the Lich comes out, it's not even like he can creep fast. It's a kind of a weird build. So he's stuck on level 1 DK, when his win condition is getting strong heroes.
I'm a little worried myself, to be honest. He keeps on being aggressive. Wow, skeleton last hit, baby. Now we're talking level 2. The first real big moment for 1-0 in this series. The first time where his genius shines.
Okay, and his mid-game emphasis is going to be on preventing the Entangled. Extremely unusual to see from Undead players.
Yeah.
But given the fact that he doesn't have Fiends and can't really creep, it does make sense. Wisps are now coming out for the Detonate. Good splits by 1-0. Alright, that buys him around 40 seconds or so. Still has the Telestaff to get out.
Okay, that was good.
That was well done.
Oh, Engine of Wind coming, going into Mass Air.
Wow.
And
wait a minute. Is he playing Archer's Hippos? That's the Foggy strat from 1.30.
What? Archer's Hippo?
Hunt's Hippos. Hunt's Hippos.
Ah, Hunt's Hippos. He's going into
Hunts
Archers.
against the ground, Hippos against the air.
No. He's going Mass Air.
Yeah. Seems like he's not making any more hunts.
Last hit for the Alchemist. That's a level up for the Keeper as well. 1-0 flirting with the Creep Jack, but this could backfire against Entangle. Lich might be a little exposed. There's full mana for Coil, alright. Trying to get some vision here for Coil last hit, and gets it. Well done through the forest. Second cool moment for 1-0.
He's got barely any experience though. DK just reached level 2. Lich has almost nothing.
Wow, super early Fairy Dragons. This is not much damage. Do you remember when Mass Air was still the norm? That one glorious game between these two on Northern Isles. We keep on mentioning this. One of the best Undead Night Elf games in recent history.
And even if 1-0's decision making, especially against Moon apparently, seems to be a little bit weird recently, his execution is mostly still really good. His kiting game is amazing. Second only to Happy. Is he pushing now? With 3 Fiends and level 2 DK. Alright. How is this Alchemist almost level 3 already, by the way?
Well, you control the middle, but he didn't really do that, right? It was one camp. That's it. Now lab. 1-0. Moving towards the Tree of Life. Nice detonate. Gets rid of all the wisps. Lich a little slow with the Nova, maybe.
Book of the Dead, not the best find for him. TP in now, though. Alchemist level 3 before the DK. That is crazy. Never normally happens. 1-0 falls back, though. Not quite engaging into the fight yet. Moon is not really comfortable yet. He needs normally 60 supply, 65, 70 supply. Then this mass air is normally good. 1-0 getting level 3 finally. And the Warsong Battle Drums, very good for more damage. They're just gonna get level 2 as well. And he's waiting for Web here to finish. The Undead, when he executes well, can out-micro this Night Elf army a lot. With kiting, with webbing. And making use of the aura. Moon up at 60. Needs more supply, of course.
Is that enough already? Doubtful. Always trying to backstab. It's daytime. We should be able to see this early. Web is in, of course. Acid Bomb hits really well. Good focus fire on that Fiend. How good are the coil timings? This one can't be saved. This should be one of 1-0's biggest strengths. Kiting game, micro fights. He even has the Ghoul in. But it seems like the only one who's losing units is 1-0.
2 Fiends down already. This flank was brilliant. And 1-0 perhaps not executing perfectly. Losing those 2 Fiends for the web, so important. And 1-0 has to fall back. Moon didn't lose too much right there.
Makes the mass air strat look like it's child's play. Really cool ambush over the trees. Doesn't give the Fiends many options where to go. Takes away their kiting game. The Fairy Dragons somehow do the damage necessary. This coin is ready. There's 2 more, but damage spread also. A little bit to the Fiend, a little bit to the Destroyer. You only have 1 coil in a bit. The fight is all over the place. 1-0 is forgetting about the statues. He seems completely overwhelmed.
That's mistakes that normally never happen to him. That second statue gone is a big deal. Looking for more kills. Entangled comes in. Fiend getting focused, but also good dispel there this time. DK, however, completely out of mana. No more coils, no mana potions either. But Moon is not getting overeager. He knows he could land in a web trap any second. He's falling back. He took a decent fight.
And yeah, why overcommit? Why push into an undead base when there's an Arab tower, etc., etc.? Just fall back, build a bigger army, and dominate even more. Unbelievable. How strong is Moon?
DK now has mana again. Normally the way you play this as Undead is get high hero levels, like 4-3, maybe even 5-4, and then kite like crazy and outvalue with good execution. Especially the level 2 aura is a massive difference maker. DK is kind of close, but not there yet. And if he had taken better fights in a better early game, maybe he would be there at this point. But he's not. Moon, what's his next move gonna be? He buys some potions from the shop, now coming back for the defense. But it's a lot of damage against this tree. Not even with Nature's Blessing.
Is it enough to kill? He has to turn around soon. Again, a little bit too far forward with the destroyers, maybe. Good focus fire. Everything that's been focused dies, kind of. Fairy Dragons against the statue doing tons of damage as well, but the coil timings of 1-0 seem to get better. He's able to save the Fiends. Now Nova to slow things down. Entangle is, of course, always a big weapon here, but stuff stays alive now.
Yeah, we are at that 65 supply point though for the Night Elf, Lich level 3, but the level 2 Nova really doesn't do that much. So many Fairy Dragons up in the air, it's so many things to micro for 1-0, and more Fiends are going down, one after the next. There goes the next one. DK has only a single coil left, which doesn't seem to be good enough. Now he's level 4. By near that level earlier, one more Fiend is in trouble. Saves that one. Okay. That again was not the best fight for 1-0, but now he has the levels. Now he's 4-3. and this game is still winnable. The
Okay.
longer it goes, the better it is for the undead.
He didn't kill the expansion though. Just did a lot of damage. Oh, Destroyer! Does he want to chase them all the way? Not really. Oh.
Oh, he's trying to...
Wake up the creeps to force an ensnare? Sweet. But 1-0 not falling for it. Good reaction. And he's creeping.
Intercept his path back, but... Yeah, well done. Finds a rope for the Lich. Very good.
Okay, we're getting there. Wasong battle drums. Lich damage is so important in this. Because not much does damage to the fairies. Because they're magic immune. You can't call over them. You need a strong Lich.
Ancient Django for Moon, though.
Oh.
That is amazing. That now
It's
kind of
perfect.
negates the level 2 aura
Yeah.
of the DK.
It's sick. Claws for the Lich as well. So all of a sudden it's a 12 damage per shot increase for 1-0 from 2 spots. DK, does he come close? Oh boy. Ah, he's there.
Moon has been left alone for quite some time to just freely mine. Is he transitioning into something? And what's the upgrades also? Fiend upgrades versus Fairy upgrades, very important.
Oh, Moon wants to end this, I feel. Sick focus fire on that Destroyer. Just one shot, one kill at this point. Such a scary push. How do you want to hold this? Nova on the Alchemist, alright, but he's so tanky that doesn't do much. He takes out the statues one after the next. Lich level 4, but boy, is everything falling here. Instant reproduction. Fiends are kind of safe, but it's just an overwhelming air force.
The Lich as well. Last second coil barely survives, but the Entangle is still active and the Lich is dead. And that is the GG 2-0 for Moon. Another convincing win by the Korean.
All the series is one-sided, and in this match, also both maps one-sided. Moon surprised with mass air play that's kind of out of fashion.
Yeah.
And 1-0, man, he a couple of months ago, this looked so different. The early fights, he lost so much when he really wasn't supposed to.
And also the very early game. The fact that the DK was so low experience for so long really hurt him. If in the first few engagements he already had the level 2 aura, this would have made things so much easier for him. Something is off for 1-0. I don't know if it's his general shape or it's his mental block. I think it is at this point against Moon that's kicking in. But normally he doesn't look like that against Night Elf in general, and also against the Hippo strat, the mass air strat. Normally against the top undeads, this strat doesn't work anymore because the undeads just out micro you. But today it works.
Yeah, Lin and 1-0 both not showing their best Warcraft today, that's for sure. You see the very last fight, man, Moon just dominating. I don't know. Now we go into Terranos Stand. And this was the odd one out. The odd map that we don't really know what his plan is. There must be something special coming.
This is also the one map, or well, the one of two maps, where Warden against Undead can work really well. But I don't remember the last time I saw Moon playing against a Warden against Undead. Doesn't mean that he can't do it. Of course he has the skill.
He played Warden in Mirror Match, so he definitely knows.
It's very different from against Undead though. Because you need the Warden on level 5 ASAP. Creep route is crucial, efficiency on the map is crucial. But yeah, why Terranos 1-0? What's the idea?
Does the Dreadlord work against Moon? Can you see that somehow?
Not really. Moon is going to be scouting with Wisps. If he comes to harass with 3 Wisps plus a Demon Hunter, that would be a sad state of affairs for 1-0. Down 2 maps again. We are following a certain pattern here today.
absolute dominance by Moon so far. As throughout the entire year, he is super dominant on the Warcraft 3.info ELO ranking as well, throning there. The only player above 2,500 ELO points. The one to beat. That was the case throughout the history of Warcraft, and it's definitely the case in 2020 as well. His opponent would either be TH or Focus. That will be our fourth quarterfinal of the day. Maybe right after this map. 1-0 in the ropes. About to be eliminated again. Not reaching the semi-finals. Just like last time when he was 2-3'd by Happy.
And you know, oftentimes we talk about resolve from these players and their ability to bounce back. After a rough game one for 1-0, that second game looked okay, but it didn't look like he was very determined and like playing his best and forcing himself to will his way to victory.
Yeah, he's not causing trouble for Moon. He plays aggressive early, but Moon is swatting that fly. That's just that's not doing it.
It's the same opening build again for 1-0. He's not playing ghouls. He's just playing DK happy build. On this map?
So we're back to Demon Hunter as well. Then the critters are enough for 1-0 to pick this map.
Okay. Interesting. There's also an option to play aggressively against the opponent's mercenary camp creeping. The merc camp creep by Moon you could consider as a little bit greedy. Safer option is to go for the merchant, but it's of course less rewarding. 1-0 could perhaps steal the Shadow Priest there and make Moon's life difficult. Something that he hasn't been able to do much yet.
Alright. Moon this year 10-2 against Undead. 3-0 win streak. Doesn't seem to be changing so far. No mercenary camp for 1-0. Acolyte is here, causing some trouble, but how well he plays against it, right? With the lightning shield, Demon Hunter right clicks. Not even a threat of getting anything last hit it.
Yeah, and 1-0 had the chance to steal the Shadow Priest, but didn't do it. Shouldn't he have done it? And now that it goes to Moon, throw the beast. Doesn't deny any of the last hits. Go with the demon to the middle right away. But okay, it is valuable claws in the middle, and indeed claws is the first item for the DK. But that's a good jump start for the DH. It should be a much faster tech for 1-2-0 because of the Wisp repair. And also you need to skip Wisp production a little bit if you want to go for the Shadow Priest early as Night Elf. So that's the upside, I guess.
Yeah. And again he plays this DK so aggressively.
It's kind of cool with the skeletons in the middle. Oh, it's not enough to actually get the kill though.
Nah. And more, that was... You could smell that
Yeah.
miles away that this would be happening.
And that's very valuable mana on the DK. He's now out of mana points.
Yeah. Can't really last it any creeps, can't speed it up anymore.
And that's an expansion, right? That just
Wow.
fits Moon so well.
Yep.
Good early, couple of mercs. Time to expand.
Incredible. Yeah, that's exactly that. Swat that fly thing that I mentioned going into this. Like, this does nothing. Min-max.
DK Lee's gonna scout it. He hasn't seen it yet.
Telly
He's
stuff,
gonna
maybe?
go for Telly.
Getting trapped there, okay.
Alright. Claws and gloves. All right, that's the items he kind of needs on his lich.
正遭到攻击。
And the demon is not level 3 yet. Still kind of far away. The Ancient of War, I think, is going to the lab. That would be a great creep for Moon. And that's something you have to scout as the undead to make that as hard as possible, that lab creep. That's something that humans have gotten really, really good at. But for undead, I guess it's a little less common still. No Hunter's Hall yet, so this is again looking like the mass archer style.
Okay.
Even the Wisp Scout,
Yeah.
he dodged another coil,
Yeah.
and now he can detonate. Doesn't quite get the detonate against the lightning shield.
Okay, still using the lightning shield here, but this takes a lot of time. That is time for the Demon Hunter to rise up to level 3, get that lab.
Yeah.
And yeah, 1 to 0 strength, like the scouting and skeleton usage, it doesn't seem to be there. Losing so much HP during this creep. Gets the big mana, which is great. But he
There's
lost...
some sick items for 1 to 0.
Yeah.
DH gets the belt. That's okay. Makes him more tanky. He's gonna be the one frontliner. But that's a quick level 3. Alchemist second. Demon Alchemist? What?
Okay. I don't really know.
How is that better with archers though? Naga is so good with archers because it enhances the whole focus fire aspect.
Yeah, so is Acid Bomb though.
Yeah, it does more damage like acid bomb, but it doesn't slow down. So I think effectively, and also no fog lightning, of course. But you have heal spray in the late game. He could add a Naga third, maybe.
Instead of Totem.
Good.
Ooh,
He
Pendant
needs
of-
4 heroes.
Pendant of Energy.
Oh
for
my god, 1 to 0. Are you serious with these items?
The RNGesus wants a longer series for sure. He's helping
Yeah.
a little.
We all do. Not another 3-0.
Yeah, usually these quarterfinals were so competitive, so much back and forth. But the better players prevailed today so far.
We're scripting so much again.
Yeah,
Even
with
without an
that
Ancient of
might
War.
be one of the reasons. Like, creeping is a lot faster with Acid Bomb. And then you take that away from the undead.
Yeah, true.
And it's not bad late game either, so it's a cool adjustment.
Wow, he's even going for the rogue camp. Yeah, you're right. Azabomb is helping out a ton right here.
Oh, getting praised by Remo. It's seriously a special day.
Big mana pot also for Moon. Squad of the Beast for mass archers. Extremely good, by the way. Oh, it's Frenzy Ghouls this time. A quick Frenzy Ghoul timing. That could come as a surprise.
Kind of hard to nuke. Moon is so close to 4-3. 1 ghoul, probably. Or 2.
Oh my god, yeah, true.
Level 2 acid bomb against ghouls. It's great against ghouls. This alchemist makes more and more sense the longer the game goes.
Did
Did he actually have the read that he was going to be facing ghouls? That would be so crazy.
Well, with Moon's Omega Brain, I would not be surprised at all.
He's getting double level up here at the merchant. He opens up the merchant for items.
That's so
Heal scroll
important.
invul.
Yeah, how often did we say this on Terranas? Like, having the heal scrolls there are so big, yada yada. And Moon, of course, taking care. 1-0. Tries with the nuke. Takes out the Berserker. The ghouls are great against archers, but the acid bomb is great against ghouls. He has to coil 1. Alchemist maybe surrounded. Nope, doesn't block the way. Demon Hunter now. Last remaining man in the battle. Buying a lot of time for the tree repair.
Oh, that shot positioning also beautiful. Now he has the orb. Alchemist in a bit of trouble, but he has a healing potion. The next acid bomb. These just hit perfectly over and over. But here comes the Dark Ranger. That could be more skeletons.
Oh, wow. Demon Hunter gets a little bit of health because, of course, there's a Moonwell to help him out. Alchemist gets saved. We don't have a staff for Moon, and that shop is falling. Dark Ranger is a nice addition.
These tools are working out extremely well. On paper, yeah, Acid Bomb is good against them, but it's so hard to still focus them because you can't just stand there with the archers. They're just gonna die.
Yeah, true.
If you do.
Okay. Ghoul's now taking care of these wisps, reducing the amount of repair. Keeps the pressure on the tree. Demon Hunter also down to 1/3. The Ghouls. Is there a nuke ready? There's a big potion. He could go for it. Demon Hunter in trouble. Super important to take out the shop. He kills the Expo now.
And that now is a very promising moment for 1-0.
Ooh,
Again.
again. If he pops the potion, that's a kill. Could go for the TP then, of course. Very patient. Just waiting for the moment. Okay, there we go. And Moon is starting to lose units and bases. And this hero combo all of a sudden looks questionable. Can he now creep up the storm?
1-0 also transitions into more of a late game comp here potentially with the double slaughterhouse. Ready to go into A-bombs if he needs to, or more destroyers. And Moon realizes this game is over. GG. Interesting try with the Alchemist. But perhaps the Naga is still better.
Okay, we have ourselves a series, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in the quarterfinals. We go to map 4. It's still hard for Moon, for 1-0, of course. Moon's map choice is now twice in a row. But at least it's not a clean sweep. At least Moon is struggling a bit, and that was the case in every single series. Against Colorful, against Lin, now against 1-0. Moon is beatable.
True. But this was a very special game. The Alchemist experiment, I guess, doesn't work out. Also, in general, it felt like everything was so slow. There was no big army for Moon for such a long time. The frenzy timing, it can still be very powerful at certain points in the game. And we saw an example of that here. Great ghoul control as well by 1-0, by the way. We criticized his control a little bit before. This time on the ghouls, it was excellent. And we'll be going to map number 4, which is going to be, yeah, AZ or Echo. And that is really tough maps for the undead triple hero.
Yeah. Also, now losing this map, I don't think Moon is shaken now. He still knows, okay, I got a good lead here. That's all fine. 1-0. Can he pick up momentum? That's the big question here, I think. Can he spiral out of control now with that one win?
Yeah.
And get into that crazy Super Saiyan state that he oftentimes has shown us?
And has he learned from his game against Lawlight on AZ? There he was completely destroyed because of improper build and creep route, in my opinion. AZ has proven to be, as far as we could see from Happy, to be much better with ghoul opening nowadays. 1-0 was pretty standard, pretty predictable so far with his standard build, with a Happy build, with only 4 ghouls into fiends. But on AZ especially, you can creep up so heavily, you can get to level 3 quickly, you can take the middle kobold camps away from the Naga of the opponent before the Naga even comes out. This is something that I think 1-0 isn't doing enough nowadays. And Lawlight punished so well in their game in the group stage.
Of course, Moon saw these games, could learn from these games. What did 1-0 learn from it? It's always 1-0 who has to show it to us. If Moon plays standard and 1-0 plays standard, that match goes to Moon. That's pretty clear now, I think. If Moon doesn't troll around, play some fancy strats like he did right now. And even with fancy strats, with the mass air, he did. It's all up to 1-0.
How much room for experimentation and surprise is there on AZ? I mean, ghoul build opening, yeah, but it still leads to a pretty normal tier 3 army with a bit of a frenzy timing. And Moon, so far, we've seen 3 maps. And there were 0 Dryads.
Yeah, right?
Where are the Dryads at?
Saving them for the last day, maybe. It's still match points for the GOAT. The last remaining undead about to be eliminated. And again, it would be a win of Korea versus China. And there we
Big
go.
question here in the early is going to be about the first hero choice. Moon, is he going Demon or Keeper?
Yeah, on AZ, both is possible, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a decent level 3 Demon map, and then Demon Naga map control with boots can be really good. But the same goes for the Keeper. This is the easiest out of all level 3 Keeper maps.
Yeah.
So this is a very dangerous possibility.
Okay, maybe we got a little join bug here. We oftentimes have this with Moon. Also, both players notoriously known for joining games a little late, taking time in between maps, maybe a little psychological warfare, maybe all the experience of Moon to just stop 1-0's momentum that he got there on the map.
Resetting. Getting ready for the next game. 1-0 still under a lot of pressure. Against the ropes. Moon can afford to lose one more map. He already showed us one experiment with the Alchemist. Alchemist second with Demon. That didn't work. Does he have another one?
Yeah. It's really interesting to see like two players like Colorful and 1-0 really mature and taking more responsibility in team leagues and getting better results. But then they clash against Moon, and it seems like there's no progress at all. Moon is still so far ahead of them. Maybe 1-0 can turn it around now.
Yes, would it be a great moment for 1-0 after suffering against Moon for such a long time? But it's still a long ways to go.
Okay, we try this again. The stats still stand. Moon is 10-2 against Undead. Moon this year is 4-0 against 1-0. And Moon is the dominant player of the year. 1-0. What speaks in your favor? Not much, I guess.
Moon is concentrating hard.
Yo.
Trying to find his inner center. Laying out in his mind what he's gonna do in this game. He has a game plan in mind. What his objectives are. What 1-0 will try to do. What his counterplay is. The mastermind is at work.
Okay. Match point for Moon once again. 1-0 defended 1. He's not giving this up without a fight. He's still the last hope for the undead. And what do we get?
Alright, we see the first deviation in the opening build by 1-0. It's a ghoul build. It looks like he did learn from his game against Lawliot. Especially on this map, as I pointed out earlier. The ghoul build can catapult you forward in experience and items really heavily. You get the lightning shield creep at the start for the quick level 2, and then in the middle you can snipe the kobolds very, very easily if you find yourself in a decent position. And if the Night Elf player should slip and leave you to your own devices, even an early mercenary camp snipe is possible. But I'm sure Moon will be all about that, and his first hero choice is Demon Hunter. Not going with a Keeper.
Okay, we see the ghoul here. Should be a DK. Everything else would be a gigantic surprise, and it is. Where do we go from here? AZ for 1-2-0 versus Night Elf. One of his best maps alongside Twisted, interestingly. Which he vetoed because he's up against Moon. 66% win rate there. Moon on AZ versus Undead. Medium 74% win rate.
Yeah, he's a beast. In this matchup and everywhere.
Yeah. His lowest win rate is 60%. That's on Terranastan.
Terranus.
Yeah.
Interesting. I guess we saw it again here. Lightning Shield creep made a little bit more difficult with the Acolyte, but still being applied well by Moon, speeding up the creeping. And also on the undead side with the DK and the ghouls. Early game is all about gathering experience and items to get ready for the mid and late game stages.
Yeah. 1-0 not denying anything. Gets the ring. Perfect Lightning Shield creep. Perfect uptime of the Lightning Shield. Uses that against the second camp as well, at least a little bit. Moon with the gloves. Slippers would be wonderful. Nope. No one really hits the nuts.
Yeah, especially the ring. Like, the ring oftentimes is a good item nowadays. But in this matchup for Undead, it's really not. Because focusing heroes for Nilov is most of the time a mistake. If the fight is even, that is. But it's only a small item. Moving towards the middle. And this is the strength of this ghoul build. You can go for the kobolds quickly. And Moon is exactly where he's supposed to be. Early on, putting on pressure. Has the Wisp ready for the detonator as well. Pressuring the DK as well.
That's quite some damage on the DK. Save the ghoul to the left-hand side. Ooh, last hit's very important. Did he steal it?
No, I think that's experience from the detonate.
Okay.
Very hard to prevent this as Night Elf. Moon is doing his best, but last hits go to 1-0. And the Undead is doing a good job of not losing track of his ghouls, saving them all when they drop low. Next Wisp coming in for the detonate. That's also a Wisp during tech. Holds on to it though. Oh my god, the demon. Dropping extremely low.
Okay, now the Taskmaster belongs to 1-0 if Moon doesn't have the crazy micro here. 2-7. Okay, circlet as well. TP sold, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Wow. That's old school.
Keeps on being annoying with these archers. Hard to get to them with aura. It's of course now a little easier, but he will run into the Demon Hunter. Then there's a burn, and there's already good damage. But oh, a Wan-esque surround. It was well done.
And did not forget about the dust. Now he's almost level 3 on the Death Knight. Demon this time probably gonna get his own pair of boots. Indeed.
Okay. Wants to be able to run away from the Demon Hunter. We go to tier 2. We are at tier 2. No Lich at the moment, so it's Naga battle time. Moon, the first one to grab her. Aiming for that surround. Here's a Naga as well. Oh, no. Just aiming for the archers and a little indecisive maybe. With this ghoul force, he should be able to get something done here.
Yeah, a little mistake by 1-0 not giving the boots to the Naga right away. That's what you're supposed to do. So that's how she could get pressured by the demon so much. And the DK almost level 3, but not quite there yet. Finally now the boots to the Naga. And that changes a lot. Makes her much more maneuverable. The Demon Hunter is getting surrounded. Oh, or is he? Oh. Boulder on the DK.
Yeah. Take care. Coil here. That didn't do too much. The ghouls are busy with the creep spot. Oh man, Moon finding an opening when there is none.
What a move by Moon. We thought he was going to be the one under pressure, but he turns it around. And with that, 2 ghouls are going down. And that matters.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage being gone from this army. We get lores. Is it time for the mass dryads this time?
A few dryads, yes, but mass unlikely. Tier 3 is coming. And some bears probably will be added in soon. But the levels for Moon this time looking rather underwhelming. Great Wisp Scout in the north.
Dude, Moon's scouting is so on point. He's always there. He's delaying his level 3 for a long time though. Oh, Naga! He's putting so much pressure onto the undead heroes.
And Moon is doing damage with his heroes and still creeping with the archers on the other side. Not exposing the fragile archers, which could easily fall. And have a tough time chasing anyways.
Just wonderful Warcraft by Moon once again. The multitasking, the decision making. And again, the positioning. This is absolute key. Can't run back into his own base, and this is just a kill. He gets surprised by the backstab, and that's a Naga down. That's a Ghoul down. That's almost another one down. Moon is dominating on AZ.
How reminiscent was that move of the one that Foggy had against Happy, where he won that big game on AZ a few weeks back? Nighttime ambush with the flank. Rarely done, but can be so effective. And that is all the momentum on Moon's side now.
Yeah. Good levels. Close to 3. Tier 3 in the making. Bears coming. Wow. This is once again super impressive. It was only a level 1 Naga. Okay, but the amount of ghouls that Moon killed already in this game.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be the way. Like, this is definitely the bigger point, I think.
Yeah, you're right. It's losing a level 1 hero is fine, especially if it creates some space. But the ghoul numbers are really important. The difference between having to deal with 6 or 7 ghouls versus 3 or 4 ghouls is massive. Especially as far as Archer survivability is concerned.
Yeah, and also if Moon decides to go for an expansion, like, you really need them to contest this Tree of Life. But the one contesting is the Demon Hunter, poking here, burning there. Saying, okay, this army doesn't look intimidating at all. Yeah. So he creeps the natural, will probably back this up sooner than later.
These burns on the statue matter a lot. And by the way, because it's Moon, he's doing it absolutely perfectly. Distributing the burns between them evenly. So it's not easy to morph one destroyer, you know, where the one has less mana.
Moves around maybe? No, I can't contest this. Punishment potion. Oh, the fiend goes down. Ah, does it? Statue actually blocking. Good movement. And all of a sudden, there's a little bit of nuke on the Demon Hunter. But there's also rejuvenation. Nova doesn't reach.
Ooh. Alright, that was close. Moon with a lot of gold, by the way. Could easily get up to 50 and expand.
Yeah. At the same time.
Of course, he didn't have any losses in the early. Didn't lose ghouls, didn't lose a hero. Moon has not lost a single unit so far this game.
That's so crazy. That's so efficient. We get abominations once again. They did not work when they were rushed until in game 1. But you absolutely need them. Rune bracers. Okay.
And now not having a TP might hurt. Fog Lightning comes in, zaps the ghouls, and
Fiend down as well.
The other units, the fiends. Naga on the side, getting pressured. She has the TP, may have to use it here. There's not too much mana for the nuke, but a little bit is in. Comes in with one more zap, then TP's out, trying to get the Lich. Can't get him, but will get the Fiend. Great focus fire by Moon, finding 2 or 3 kills or something right there. Yeah. Only traded for a TP. Certainly a good fight for Moon, but also impressive by 1-2-0 here. Kind of turning that around.
I think it was 2 Fiends and 1 Ghoul.
Yeah,
okay.
I think so too.
That is okay. That is the mercenary camp for 1-2-0. He needs items, he needs levels to stay in this tournament. The last hope of a Scourge.
And the map is quickly getting crept up. The red camps are still left, but those are dangerous to go for. When you're at 60, 70 supply, that camp is easy to take. But at only 50, not that easy. Big item here for Moon. Boots of Greltalas for the Demon Hunter. Very nice.
The damage is gonna be great indeed. 1-0 sold the Rune Bracers. Doesn't respect the nuke. Frost Armor, second, very important.
Oh, this Creepjack, this little flank could be working out pretty well. Oh, the Ensnare on the Destroyer, though.
Got one on the Bear, too. There's no coil to save the destroyer. Moon trying everything, but the Naga all of a sudden is dead. There was no item. There was a staff on the Demon Hunter and an invul as well, maybe on cooldown. Destroyer was freed, if I saw this correctly. Counter focus. Naga of 120 has nothing himself, but close to the shop. And the end snares of the trolls punishing Moon hard.
Yeah, the bear control was really weird there. They were wasting their time trying to attack the destroyer, which they couldn't attack. That is 120 firmly back in the game. Moon is lucky that he doesn't lose more than just the Naga right there. Yeah. And one archer, I guess. That was definitely a very bungled engagement by Moon. Rare mistake from him.
Yeah, I was about to say the same. Like, was this the first mistake by Moon in the series when it comes to, like, micro and decision making? 1,000 gold for 120. Breaking upkeep now. He wants to get something done while the Naga isn't here. Moon without the second tier engaging into the red spot as well.
Big items. These items can decide a lot. Aura's of course the best. Moon wants the movement speed. 120 wants the brilliance. Nice block.
Yeah, this is so easy when you know how to do it. So what is it? Supply. Yeah, slot starved.
DK with the Cloak of Flames is not that good. Khadga's pipe for Moon.
Oh, sweet. Imagine it's the other way around.
Demon's having a tough time against this rock golem.
Yeah, despite the boots of Kel'Thuzad, it's interesting. Moon looks a little more stressed than the previous games.
He just rose up to 65 supply though. Is that the mountain giant jump?
We have an expansion for 120.
There's one MG at least. Moon has a strong timing right now, but the longer this goes, the better it will be for 120. Who's got really good levels now. 443. This is the late game power spike for UD.
Two involts, a mana potion. Holds on to the Cloak of Flames. For Moon we have 70 supply. And he wants to hold. Moon is not expanding. It's just a engine of war, right? Or a shop something.
Double staff here for Moon. The Naga is still pretty exposed. Only a heal pot on her, but it's at least something. Starting things off with the Demon Hunter. Nova hits him. Lich is out of mana right away. The DK though being kept in the back, out of mana burn range. Well done by 120.
Yeah, and he can coil the Abomination. That is a lot more damage uptime thanks to the Disease Cloud and of course right clicks. Demon Hunter can't really burn. 120's positioning is getting a little better. He's diving now, but there's no mana anyway anymore. There's one potion of course and the one of mana stealing, so he can throw some coils if he wants to. Get some right click on the bears out now. But they retreat. Fiend's in trouble. 120 has to kite back.
Demon Hunter positioning again outstanding. Trying to do damage in the back. Throwing burns from the back, but never overexposing him. Now he's taking a lot of damage. But keeps him alive.
Could have gone for the mana potion and nuke. But he's so sure that Moon reacts in time that he uses it defensively. 70 supply pretty much on both sides, and so much time for 120's Expo. It's up now.
And on the way back, that's more damage towards the Night Elf army. The level 2 Unholy Aura now really kicking in. Even Mountain Giant's taking some damage. And these units for the Night Elf don't have that many upgrades yet. Normally, you would love to get to 3-0, 3-1 upgrades pretty quick, but Moon under too much pressure. That Naga loss in the middle of the game really slowed him down.
Yeah, interesting. Oh, Destroyer. All of a sudden, the scouting is there. All of a sudden, all of a sudden, the micro is there. 120 is stepping his game up big time compared to the first two maps of the series.
Yeah, Moon, this game is looking a little rough for him right now. Even in supply. Hero-wise, doesn't have the upper hand. Oh, that archer just kind of sacrificed herself.
Cancels the expansion with only a Destroyer. No tower yet, though. Okay. Oh, the damage on the Dryads, thanks to the Disease Cloud, is insane. Lich caught though. Oh my, last second coil. There was the taunt trap.
Beautiful heal scroll right there by Moon. Heals everything back up nicely again. Destroyer flying in. A-bomb still tanking very well. A-bomb now taken out. And that's also the Disease Cloud gone for a little while at least. But I'm sure we'll be coming back soon. Lich getting focused again. One more coil is there. But that was the last one until the mana potion at least is used. Bears taking a lot of damage. Moon is doing a decent job saving them. But they're out of the fight. 1-2-0 so far, not losing too much. Again, we go for the Lich, but there's still the invul available. Heal scroll first. Keeps him safe, and now he's standing on Blight.
How reminiscent of Foggy versus Happy this is. The hero focuses, the saves, the expansion behind this. This reminds me a lot of the two Western players.
Yeah, true. Demon is close to level 5. Would be a big upgrade as well. And Moon hasn't been losing too much. He's still slowly climbing up to 80 supply here, potentially. But losing that Mountain Giant would hurt.
By the way, how good is the Kutkus pipe this game? Like, for the reju, for the roar, for constantly having mana, for saving Moon Juice against the Disease Cloud.
Yeah.
It has to use the Moonstone now. Little shout out to the DreamHack Anaheim observer clicking on the frog there. Remo doesn't find this amusing.
I chuckled a little bit.
Okay.
Inaudibly.
Is this Ziggurat positioning by 1-0, by the way, an anti-sapper build? They're also spread.
Might be to protect the Expo and protect the kiting back at the same time. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's one Nerub.
No, in the main, I mean.
In the main. I don't know where that was.
They're all super far spread. Like, maybe they saw it again, then you might notice.
Man, this Disease Cloud has been working overtime.
Yeah, it's sick. It's so sick. Would have loved to have the Unholy Aura now instead of the Brilliance Aura.
Unholy would have been the best. Zero's army big and scary. This could very well be the 2-2 right here, guys.
1-0 is preparing a big push. Like, he knows that there's no expansion. Owning the middle of the map. Really feels like Moon is struggling. Has an expansion against him. Has still not level 5. Good hero levels on the undead. Supply-wise, 0-0 upgrades for 1-0.
On the Fiends as well?
Yeah.
That's surprising.
That's not very happy reminiscent, who oftentimes jumps up to 3-0.
Yeah.
Or 3-1.
Fiend attack upgrades have crazy value. It's Moon going for the upgrades. The second attack upgrade. Oh, love the single wagon, by the way.
Yep.
Very hard to micro this all properly at 80 supply. But of course, 1-0 has the skill to do it. And Moon, one more MG. And he's at 80 himself.
Yeah, that's what he's banking for. Heal potion, invo potion. No heal scroll against the Disease Cloud yet. That's surprising. 1-0 has one. Triple invul. That's so good. Also keeps the ring. He looks very, very, very ready. We're approaching the 21-minute mark. Main gold mine will expire in a bit.
And now they're getting more and more upgrades. Especially these Fiend upgrades coming in are gonna make, especially the Bears' lives, very difficult. Possibly also the Demons. And well, Dryads, if they're in range, they just insta-die anyways.
Yeah.
Well-rounded army here by Moon. 3 MGs, 5 Dryads. Maybe a little heavy on the Bears and a little light on the Dryads. It's really the Dryad poison damage which takes out the A-bombs.
Yeah. Because it stacks up and refreshes over and over and over. It's a lot of damage that you might not think about. Plus the Orb of Venom, of course, which goes on top. 1-0 Denying his acolytes for more army. Could have used... Oh, there's no Dark Ritual. There's no Death Pact. He's far away from Dark Ritual. So it kind of makes sense.
Two, 2-1. Still on the Dryads and MGs. He's picking up sticks. I don't like that. When Mountain Giants pick up sticks, their range increases. So the bears naturally are ahead of them. And the taunt can't protect those bears too much anymore. And at this late game stage, bears die really fast.
High upkeep. 87 supply. Of course he's going to mine out the expansion earlier, but that's another 30 minutes. Demon Hunter getting focused right away. Disease Cloud as well, throwing all the nukes before they get burned. Still no level 5 Demon Hunter, right? How long is Moon stuck on 4.8? How long did he not make progress with his heroes?
He's not using Reju. He's going back into the main for healing.
Okay.
And the fight goes in.
Wow, instant nuke on the bear, just taking that one out. Abominations, as they should, take all the damage. And the bears, man, they are in range of the fiends and destroyers. They're just gone. Moon is plummeting down to 70 supply, and 1-0 looking so strong all of a sudden.
It was strong detonates, but still the army is way bigger for the undead. Demon Hunter getting focused next. The MGs can't cover every angle. Didn't get a single kill yet. Oh no, he did get one A-bomb. Almost level 5 Demon Hunter. Burrow's coming in. No reveal at the moment. Fight still raging on. 1-0 still with a big supply lead.
Yeah,
Bears with the Reju in the back, trying to heal up as much as they can. Demon Hunter now finally level 5.
Oh my. Still 2 fiends in the ground. They should be taken out quickly. 1-0 seriously has a problem now. 2 fiends falling after this reveal. But where are the tanks? They're all gone as it seems. One abomination down. The bears were busy with that A-bomb. That's free reign onto the Dryads. Both players are losing a lot of their army. Statues still on the ground, but they're empty.
So many MGs about to fall. It just hit daytime, so there's no passive Moon Juice region anymore. Nice staff dodge there against the coil. But it's over at the expo. That MG can't heal up at the moment.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, that's very true. And the focus fire on the bears again, even without the biggest upgrades. That damage seems to be enough with the tri-hero. Invo Potion Force. There's still a heal scroll left for 1-0.
The Naga there for Moon also has to be careful. Everything has to be careful. DK with another heal scroll there. That was the last one. They're getting focused. Frost Armor protecting him. However, Mana Burn comes in. Dispel. But he should be getting away. The level 2 aura. He's still getting chased. He's still getting chased. What's happening?
Why did he...
DK is falling.
He didn't transfer the Invul. There was one on the Naga. There was one on the Lich. Just abandoning this hero. This is now a Tavern Revive. But ooh, that's expensive on level 4. Moon holds... an 87 supply push.
Yeah, it's crazy that Moon didn't die right there, but it's still looking rough for him. The whole army half dead thanks to Disease Cloud.
1-0 sells the Narub Tower. I'm pretty sure somewhere Kevin Schwem can't believe his eyes. But the DK is back.
Catgus Pipe really good in this kind of situation.
Yeah.
Shade, by the way, always seeing what's going on.
A little WFZ-esque, of course. He's pushing again. The Invo Potion, by the way, in the last fight, probably on cooldown. So that's why he didn't. The wagon is still there, man. This damage uptime, so crazy.
Level 4 now on the Naga. Lich almost level 4 as well. 1-0's levels are crazy.
We're getting close to 6 on the DK. And then it's time for 1-0 to run away. Time for Moon to reestablish an army then. That's pretty much what he buys with the ultimate. Again, great focus fire on the Abomination. Nice kiting, or nice positioning with the Dryads. We're going for the DH here. Doesn't want to allow this level 6. But now, focus fire on the bears and they melt again. Oh, DK. Is there something now? Invo Potion for him? Yes, there is. But for how much longer? Staff on the Demon Hunter was about to fall as well.
Fork Lightning coming in again. Killed one more target, I think. But another bear goes down also. 70 supplies suddenly against 50 only.
Oh, the bear's stuck.
Oh!
That's unfortunate. 1-0 seems to be taking this map. Moon, only 2 MGs.
Moon is about to hit 2 level ups though.
Yeah, 5 and 6. Staff out, Bear freed. 1 to 0, 350 gold. No hero revive this time. And level 4 on the Lich. Dark Ritual.
If we win this game, this would be so crazy. But
You
it's not
can't.
looking easy.
He can't. How can he win this game? 1 to 0 is so... This is the base build, I mean. Like a lot of space between the ziggurats, except one. We do have a mana potion again. We do have one invul potion again.
1 to 0, probably incredulous with how Moon was able to survive this onslaught. 87 supply of super late game undead.
Yeah.
He held.
Yeah.
Thanks to wisps, just like in the campaign.
This is another push. He's going for the throat again. But he's ready. Double invul, mana potion. Disease Cloud still working. He couldn't heal against this. Moon's army is at 70% at the moment. And no heal scroll against it.
Biding his time. Waiting for the perfect moment.
What did undeads do without the Disease Cloud, man? It's unbelievable, this value. Dryads at 50%. For the MGs, it's not that bad, but it's still good damage. Okay, is this the final fight? Nukes the bear immediately. Easy experience once this level 5 as well. Lich, maybe a little bit precarious situation right there as he's surrounded by everything. Naga also. Heroes all very attackable for 1 to 0.
Moon is trying to burn the mana and then try to find the kills. The Demon Hunter's been doing a pretty good job so far, weaving in and out of the battle thanks to the boots. And now Mana is gone again.
Okay.
This one A-bomb in front is really hurt. So is the Lich. Needs to be careful. Frost Armor still protecting that hero.
Has an invul. Transferred. And the Dryads are falling for a second. Oh, that was
Level
a
6.
nice... Indeed. Metamorphosis. What can he attack? The Naga is in trouble. Big trouble, actually. Coil Nova! And that's the end for the Naga. What can the level 6 do? Lich in trouble. Has still the invul. 7 seconds. The Dryads diving a little too deep. Oh, 46 supply for Moon. 1 to 0. About to tie the series up after being 2-0 down. But there's also not much left. It's a lot of statues. But that's the army. All the fiends are gone.
One man to rule them all. The Superman Demon Hunter going for the Naga now next. She has an invul also.
What's
The
next?
Demon, he is strong, but he can't do this 3v1.
He wants to kill the demon in metamorphosis form. That was suicide for a bit. But he will be damaged once he's back, and that's the ultimate cooldown or cooling down for a long time.
Naga back from the tavern. Finally it's nighttime again. Finally there's moon juice for Moon again.
Look at the army. This is ridiculous. The mountain giant still stands strong. The expo is still up. It's 6 and 5 heroes. What is 1 to 0 up? He's must be going for A-bombs, must be going for fiends. A lot of these statues are useless.
But it's the heroes who are so strong now for 1 to 0. The Demon Hunter with the mana burn is supposed to be the answer against that.
Demon Hunter is the last hope.
Damn, what a game, dude. All about the heroes. This stage in the game.
Yeah. You know, if series go long, Moon sometimes gets a little tired, but this shouldn't be the case here. First best of 3 of the day. Not a long day for sure. Oh, A-bomb gets distracted by the taunt, and can he go for an item here? He only has heal potions for now. No invuls. Double invul for 1 to 0 again. And these are so important that he constantly rebuys the invul potions. Absolute key. 150 burn. Nice.
Forced the Nova as well. So 275 mana gone.
And the mains here on AZ, the expansions on AZ, they last for pretty much ever. We only saw that mined out once. That was Remind versus Michael this year. But this forces Moon to engage. With 5 statues on the ground.
Yeah, crazy amount. Not willing to move them to destroyers. Moon still with a big supply deficit. He has been in this situation for the longest time. Demon Hunter taking a lot of damage.
Always the first focus on the demon, then the second focus on the bears, and then let's see whatever is left.
That's gonna be one bear going down here. Oh no, staff is ready actually. I thought it was on cooldown. Moon still with a bit of gold to use. Same for 1-2-0.
Dude, it feels like 1-0 doesn't know how to close this game.
And Moon is doing a great job. Loses one more bear right there though. But the burns were good. Undead heroes all out of mana. Now it's time to fight for real for Moon.
Yeah. This is not the 1-2-0 time to fight. He has a mana potion, okay, and he has Dark Ritual, so maybe he can get his mana back.
Ult is almost ready again, by the way. There it is!
Oh,
it is
boy.
ready!
Yeah, it's time to run. There's no TP. There's, of course, Unholy Aura, but there's still Dryads to do damage with.
Does he get the slows?
Clawing his
for the
way.
DK. Is that the right choice, though?
I'm not sure. He spreads it now. Applying the Unholy Aura to everything. Falling back. Just waits until the ult is over. Can't really get kills, can he? Forces the mana potion, though. The Fog Lightning arrives a tiny bit too late.
One A-bomb at least. But for the ult, he only got a single abomination.
Yeah. There's still the 10 supply gap. The 10 supply lead. But Moon again holds the push. 11,000 gold left. 14,000. It's only 3k between them. I thought it would be bigger.
It's daytime again now. No Moon Juice regen for a long time.
Did he spread disease everywhere?
Not much, I think.
Me neither.
He was mostly running. Oh boy.
Get cannibalized, by the way.
Dude, if Moon loses this game. He was supposed to lose this game for such a long time.
Yeah.
But so resilient. Never giving up. He's moving away from Fiends, by the way. Interesting choice. Normally against Bears and Dryads, they're supposed to do very well.
I think Fog Lightning is too strong at this point. When the Demon Hunter can just roam freely. You do one Fog Lightning, you hit 2 Fiends, and the Demon Hunter cleans it up. And they're gone.
Also have the downside, though, that they have to be in close range. The Fiends can be at long range and can utilize the strength of the aura. Does he realize he's being trailed by a Shade, perhaps?
Maybe also against... Well, I don't know Fiends anymore.
There's still a few Fiends, like 2 or 3 Fiends are still left.
Oh, yeah.
4. It's 4 Fiends still. Okay, no. Good number. 1-0 back at 80 supply. Moon still down by 15.
The resilience of Moon. Unwilling to give the second map up. He doesn't want to go game 5. He wants to somehow outmine him, just like Remind with Michael.
If 1-0 gets 2 more level ups, though.
Yeah, it's gonna be super sick. Okay, here we go again. This time, no focus fire on the demon, who's a little further away. Goes for the bears immediately. One abomination, totally distracted by the demon hunter, all the other way around. Lich in trouble now. Needs a coil, gets a coil. Still the mana potion. Nova even able to throw this one, and the demon hunter's in a lot of trouble all of a sudden. Heal potion is enough to save him now. Disease cloud spread everywhere.
The staff, of course, doesn't get him back to the main, would only get him back to the expansion. That doesn't help him much, really. He has to be so careful. The late game problem of the expansion positioning, of the Tree of Eternity positioning. We see it here. Demon Hunter trying to get back to the Moonwells. How much juice is left, though? It can't be that much. Yeah, and the Death Ball rolling forward. It's so hard for Moon to engage this properly.
Looks like the door is closing for the Night Elf. Taunt traps. Micro is okay. He does damage. There's still the mana potion. Somehow he always has mana. Metamorphosis again ready.
Third time. Oh, he's taking a lot of damage, though. He's in the middle of everything.
No staff and no potion anymore. Lich in trouble. Oh, coils the abomination instead of the Lich. A lot of confidence. Okay, then eats it for more mana. To be able to nuke the Demon Hunter again with the Nova. Mana burn, right clicks. Coil ready. Wow, the amount of coils that he throws against the level 3 mana burn is insane. Scroll the Beast use. Demon Hunter even more powerful now.
Use the mana potion, the heal potion, excuse me. Gets him back to okay health. The supply gap is closing.
Wow. Maybe it's a 7 supply mountain giant that he has produced, but boy, this is crazy.
Oh my god.
It's happening, isn't it?
Metamorph is over though. This changes a lot.
Yeah, but Lich is also in trouble. Let's go for the potion. Fiend a little far forward. Both Fiends very hurt. No mana on the Naga anymore for the Fork Lightning. Doesn't have a potion either. Has a healed scroll. Nice against the Disease Cloud. Really nice.
But the Naga not having mana anymore for Fork Lightning. That's a big deal for Moon. There's a lot of his damage now missing. Gets another A-bomb here potentially. Two are really close to falling.
Taunt. Unholy Aura heals against it. Okay. There was 8 supply gone.
Oh my god.
And Moon is back to Dryad's heroes again. Of course, the Mountain Giants. Helbaton. But they're exposed now. They're still for Fiends. The staffs.
Oh my god.
How, Remo?
I don't know. The Naga also staffed. But she's right there. She's right up there.
Oh, is there mana? No, Nova, maybe. Okay, if he takes out the 7 supply Mountain Giants, that's a big help.
Yeah, that one's gone.
Statue block that late in the game. Oh, staff. Not ready. 3, 2, 1. Wow. Right before the staff is ready.
That was level 5 Naga. And more experience for the Lich, who's almost level 5 as well. There's a bear up there, forgotten.
For free.
Alright, Metamorph. What's the cooldown?
The walls are moving in on Moon. Unbelievable game.
$15 supply lead again. We're back to that point.
7,800 gold left. Yeah, we've been there though. Still heal scrolls. This time an invo potion on the demon. We haven't seen that in a long time.
The Nova doesn't do that much.
No, not against this team. Double invo. Nothing on the DK. It turns around. Again, so many statues on the ground. It's unbelievable. Focus on the demon. Again. Zap comes in. More and more right clicks. 200 HP left. Metamorphosis saves him this time. But he has to fight with like 1-3 now. Lich in trouble. Invul.
Barely survives, but now in a bad position. There's no coils anymore. He doesn't have a mana potion.
For
the
once.
Lich needs to go back to the back line. And he does.
Zap.
Zap comes in. More A-bombs going down. More supply dropping for 1-2-0. Moon, however, down to only 50. That statue also falling.
Moon is fighting 20 supply down and he owns the fight.
He's almost got level 6 Naga. The ult doesn't do much. But I guess Cold Arrow.
He saved him. He saved the Metamorphosis saved his game. Otherwise, Demon Hunter dead. Oh my god. Oh.
It's still not looking good for Moon, but it hasn't looked good for the last 15 minutes, so
this is a 40-minute game. Who has the better stamina? Who has the endurance? 1-0. He wanted to put 20 nails into this coffin, but the hammer misses over and over.
But now, after a long time, it's 5-5-5 Undead Heroes.
Yeah, for the first time in 40 minutes. He has a mana potion. He has a double invul. Will he finally break his neck? He got him in a chokehold forever. And I thought for a while, can't you just use 3 zappers to end this? But Moon is not allowing this.
Again, a bit of pressure towards the tree, forcing Moon to come in.
Yeah, doesn't want to use or leave him the night.
Metamorph is still on cooldown for a little bit, I think.
His damage isn't overwhelming. Can be repaired. Focus again. The usual spiel. 4 bears. Is it just 1 MG?
It might be. Oh, the demon far away from the rest of the army.
We've seen this before. Okay, it's 2 MGs, but the bear falls immediately. Focus fire reapplied. The Lich a little bit in trouble once again. Catching a lot of bear hits, being burnt now too. Coil arrives though, no misclick or anything. Abomination, one is dead. DK down to 50%. He has nothing to heal himself. Nuke on the DH. Naga level 6.
Has the level 2 Frost Arrow. That is a lot of slow. He's going for the DK quite a bit.
DH! Nuke! Dead! That must be it! Moon doesn't have the resources. Not at all. He can't get a level 6 hero back from the tavern. That's impossible.
Especially the lumber, not there. Moon is not giving this up yet. He's walking away. He's trying to run away. But against this unholy aura, 1-0 chasing. This
He
must
got
be
it. He got it finally. Nuke on the Naga again. There's a potion. There's the heal scroll. But there's no staff. There's no way to outrun this unholy army. Another coil. Yeah, there's distraction. Yeah, there's slow. But there's also another Naga. There's too much undead. There's level 6 for the DK. This must be it. This must be it, right?
1-2-0, 655 heroes. He has reached ultimate status. Moon is actually still trying, waiting for the demon to come back.
My heart, my heart. What a game. Wave after wave after wave. Crashing at Moon's Expo shores. And now it's time to break this. There is no way he can save this Expo.
Yeah. Nova can one-shot these wisps if they're repairing. Moon is going for the counter-attack. Still lots of gold left in these mines on AZ. These expos last forever.
And that's the tree gone. He can kill an acolyte or two. But he shouldn't never have the time to take out the expansion. 1-0 is already on the way back. Lich can solo this.
With Coil Nova, that should be some kills as well. Holding on to the mana at the moment.
Balls of Moon, right? That he's still in this. Does he want to wear out 1-0? Does he want to fatigue him? Or does he really see a way back? Metamorphosis going for the Naga, but immediately going for the Invola as well. The Mountain Giant seems trapped. Can he kill the DH and Metamorphosis? That would be the ultimate statement. Level 6 for his own Naga.
If the Lich reaches for the Nova, that might be the end again. Coil hits. But the DH is very tanky. Running back to the Moonwells. There's not that much juice in here.
It's an invul. Okay, holding on, buying time for the Naga, but that still takes 90 seconds, 80, 70 maybe. Yeah, it's halfway done. And 1-2-0 is mining again. Has to reproduce the Acolytes. Dryads are looking for them. Smart play by Moon.
He's trying everything. Trying to somehow still win this game. But it is basically impossible.
Maybe not for Moon. It's now a 25 supply lead. Moon, no income, of course. Can he sell items? The Katgas. Do you want to sell the Katgas pipe? To try to get a Tree of Life up again?
I don't think you have the time. I think in those 3 minutes you will just die. I think the Naga has to come back. And you somehow have to win a fight.
1-0
How
knows.
is he gonna do that?
The Shade, man. I think now he revealed him. The Shade is incredible. Okay, the confidence is wiped off of Moon's face for sure.
Very strong defensive position by 1-0. 3 A-bombs in front, Fiend statues in the back. And these crazy heroes. 6-6-5.
Oh, dodges the coil with an invul, but had to use the invul early. It's not really what you want. Naga and focus fire, and staff out last second, but the staff is missing. And that is GG, full distance in the third quarterfinal. These two deliver. Oh boy, do they deliver.
We were kind of worried that this was going to be the next 3-0. The first two maps for Moon looking so incredibly strong and very one-sided. But 1-0 shows how fierce of an opponent he is. Stays in this game, stays in this series, keeps his hopes alive, and looking to finally beat Moon after such a long series of losses.
Yeah. Moon streak again against 1-0. 4-0 undefeated this year. 1-0 last time he was here in the quarterfinal in winter. It was also game 5. It was against Happy. The players ask for a 5-minute rest as we just hear from Wong. This 40-minute game was brutal for them. Can I leave you for a second?
Yeah, sure. Stressful game. For Moon especially. They're showing the highlights here. And there's a lot of those. In the mid game, it felt like Moon had an advantage. But that when he lost his own Naga, who was level 3, I think, level 2 or level 3, cost him all the momentum. It feels like this game was like 3 movies in one. So many different things occurred. How many metamorphs did we see, by the way? Like 4 or 5? The most I've seen in a long, long time. And in the last, or in the fight where the demon dies for the first time, without using the metamorph, was it on cooldown? I don't think it was. But perhaps it really was still on cooldown. 5 or 6 times? Yeah. And that brings us to one last deciding map. Finally, these games here deliver. Which is going to be Echo Isles. Time to reset. 5-minute break is not much. The players trying to refresh as much as they can in that bit of time.
So did I. Refreshed now. My last can of energy for this tournament. I need it now. Dude, how? Yeah, okay, they have a 10-minute break here. Time for us to thank a couple of subs that we had throughout the day. Usually, we don't do this during WGL to keep the feed as clean as possible. But now, as we do have the time, thank you 4096 for the 3-month resub. Taggy for the 1 year, and hopefully many more to come. Thank you for your awesome work. Thank you. Vater Gans for the 4-month. Go Foggy. Butzemann27. Very nice of you. Pivofrag. Knubbequakes. You ultimate god, by the way. Now that we have the time, Remo and I woke up this morning and I guess we checked our Back to Warcraft emails and our Streamlabs tool. And guess what? Knubbequakes raised his donation amount throughout the past couple of days to 6k donations alone. Like, let's not forget about all the subs that he gifted, but the amount of donation was 6k, and we woke up this morning to a 4,000 euro donation by Knubbequake. So this madman is at 10k all-time support now, and he's a god. He's an absolute god.
Yeah, I was kind of shocked this morning to see it as well. Knubbe, again, thank you so much. It's unbelievable how you help us out, how you support this project. It is so much appreciated.
Yeah. I texted you, you know it. Yeah, it's so sick. Where did we end up? Yolle, nobody has one. Just ahead, less than 3. GTR 1H 4-month resub. Watching during my breaks from ESL ANZ cast. Much love. That's awesome, man. You guys do a great job over at the ANZ region. Like, double thumbs up for you guys. Bartimeo 6-month. I think the artists of this BM have a clear favorite. Well, Focus is last hope, I guess. Sergeant Antsy 21-month. Poor Foggy. Indeed. Rise with Mice. Low Kibri. Mark Flowers, make Warcraft 3 great again. Trying every day, my friend. Sparta, shout out to the German caster scene as well. Mavid Dyers, Janis less than 3. Much love, Mavid. Frizz Beater for the 3-month resub. Lecrest Fallen with a €5 donation. His smite can be matched, I guess. Okay. Mamang with a 420 bits and Boyanik with a 22-month resub. 22-month, but I'm deeply sorry for the other month I skipped the sub. Doesn't matter, man. Martial Spirit gifting a sub. Thank you, guys. 5 minutes left. 5 minutes break. Until game 5.
Yeah, the last map. What a grueling series for these two. I'm sure they're happy that today they only have one game to play.
Absolutely. This wears on you. Mentally, physically. Moon, we saw it in the grand final against Happy that the longer the series goes, sometimes he gets tired. That was a Final Four day, though. We had to play 2 series in a row. This will not the case, as we have a game for third tomorrow. So for the second semi-finalist, which will be either Moon or 1-0, there is a little time to rest. And I guess that's the best thing about the game for third. And we can meme a bit, I guess.
Yeah, a bit of a rest period. Definitely needed, I think, before the finals.
Yeah. Remo, now that we have the attention here of so many people and we have a little bit of a break, do you want to tell the guys about W3 Champion Season 2?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yesterday, I had a bit of a ladder stream in commemoration of W3 Champions Season 2. It started yesterday, Friday. It's going to be running for 6 weeks. W3 Champions, of course, is the community project that introduces ladder to Warcraft 3. You can find them at w3champions.com. You need to download an installer. It's really easy to do, and then you can join the ladder fun. And with Season 2, a lot of new things are being introduced, like race-based MMR, also a full MMR reset, so everybody started at 0 again. A new map, which is being added to the pool to test out how that goes, and also an end-of-season tournament that is crowdfunded with Matcherino, where after the 6-week season, there's going to be a Grandmaster tournament for both NA and EU, 2 separate tournaments, where the top 8 players will be competing for a prize pool that is currently standing at $1,100 already, and the best of Europe and NA representatively will be playing for those top spots. Already in the rankings, we have some of the top players amongst the higher ranks. Grubby and Happy, and I think I saw Hawk somewhere. Todd, Side, all the big boys are playing. I also jumped into the ladder experience yesterday and got my butt handed to me quite a few times, but also had a lot of fun. So if you guys are interested, check it out. Check out the streamers, because the ladder race is on for the big tournament.
It's so cool. I really hope they do like a weekly recap. I think Rekram is doing it for Heroes Hearth, our bros that cover the Warcraft scene quite well. So these ladder snapshots are going to be way more interesting now with this season. While you explained this really, really well, I, Remo, took a dive into the beloved Twitter sphere, and I found something pretty cool. Mnemonic, a Warcraft player that we met at DreamHack Anaheim, is sending us some love here. 2 screens with Warcraft on, a nice little drink. This is literally what it's all about. A great date, good dinner, then drinks and Warcraft. Must be getting late for you, man, but wonderful you enjoy this. So I got some pictures from you on Instagram as well, guys. Let us know, how do you watch WGL? How do you celebrate the biggest tournament of the summer? Are you watching on your terrace, enjoying the sun? Are you staying inside? Is it nighttime for you? Are you watching on the big screen? Are you sitting on a beach and watch on your mobile phone? We want to know. Send it to us on Twitter. Send it to us on Instagram. So, it's 45 seconds until we go into Game 5 of Moon vs. 120. Is there anything you still want to say? Is there any shout outs to give in these 30 seconds that we still have left?
Shout out to everyone watching. Being here for this big tournament, witnessing the greatest that Warcraft has to offer. Especially that last game, I think, was a standout example of how awesome this game can be. Not only was it crazy and epic and insane, it was also the best skill displayed possible from two opponents going head to head. That was just a beauty.
Man, I'm so happy that 120 found his fighting spirit that was missing in like 2 years ago. He oftentimes tapped out early, played these weird strats, didn't take things seriously. Now he's down 2-0. Looks like Moon knows exactly what's happening. Counters him all the time. All his ideas with the early harass didn't work out. But then he's able to turn this around with this. Yeah, just like in WGTL, when his team's tournament life was reliant on him, he stepped it up, and after a bad early game, still willing to fight on that crazy last refuge game against Focus. It's really cool to see the players like 120, like Colorful, like Lawliot, see them grow while we watch them throughout the years. That is kind of like watching children grow up, but better.
Yeah, 120 has already cemented himself as one of the greatest of all time, and now overcoming Moon, probably his biggest nemesis over the last few years, would be a great accomplishment for him.
Yeah.
Fascinating also how this best of 5 series had like its own chapters. Moon in the first 2 maps completely dominant, and then the second 2 maps 120 taking control with a weird play on Terranas, which was punished heavily by the Chinese, and then a big break after 4 maps, deservedly so, after that crazy long game, which kind of resets a lot of the mentality. Both players probably got a drink, got up from their PC, maybe splashed some water on their face, and tried to calm down again and focus their thoughts, and now are going into this next map with a lot of ideas in their heads, with a lot of impressions from their opponents. And this is where oftentimes the greatest distinguish themselves, by being able to adjust just right to the opponent in the deciding game.
I know I'm maybe not in the position for this, Remo, but I got one advice for 120. He's definitely the way better player than I am, you know. He will probably make good decisions, but if I have one advice that I can give him now, lock out the goddamn cat. We don't want an intense micro battle, then all of a sudden the kitty is on the keyboard. No. This shall not happen here.
Yeah, so far, the cat hasn't been causing any issues here on the biggest stage. 120 will take this seriously. So far, the experimental 120, the crazy 120, we haven't seen him. No fast expansions, no weird heroes, no ghoul rushes. It was pretty straightforward. But we see our last map for this game. Echo Isles, Moon's Choice. This is by far the best fast expansion map. And 120 has attempted this quite a few times before against Moon. But when he did, it mostly failed.
Speaking of failing, Remo, we've had many years where Moon was dominant. Maybe not as dominant as it is now, but, you know, winning all the tier 2 tournaments, looking good in tier 1 tournaments. But it's kind of his curse that on the biggest stage, sometimes he falls. That was the case back in the day with WCG, which he never won. And there was for a long time the case for WGL as well, until that keeper patch, when he was really shining. This year, of course, he had a worst team in WGTL. He was carrying that team, but he couldn't get that title. He couldn't get the next title. It could just be happening again. Look at this.
Is that what's going through his mind now? That he fails on the big stage. WGL quarterfinals, with how much hype was behind him, not just from others, but from himself, would be quite the disappointment.
He was the most confident player going into this. He had always a smile on his face. He was oozing power. And everyone was talking about him. In every single pre-match interview, Moon was mentioned. Is it all gonna end here against the youngest player in the tournament? The most successful Gold League player ever? It all comes down to Echo Isles. Moon upper left, 1-0 upper right. It's time for another big clash. What do we got?
What are we gonna be seeing? 1-0 here with a standard opening, the happy build, with fast fiends and fast tech. No ghoul build, which means no fast expansion.
Love this. How many times have we seen these two players on this map? And 1-0 always tried to make it work. Brute force. Keeper first. Brute force. Expansion player Moon was the god in punishing this ultra hard. So this is the same as on Last Refuge, right? Moon Keeper.
Yeah.
1-0. Like, this is a map, again, just like Last Refuge, where you can expand. Moon making sure that this expansion doesn't happen, but will have a weak late game.
He made it work earlier, though, with a very well-leveled Alchemist with good items and mass air. Is that the play again? Or is it perhaps Dryads? We did finally see Dryads on AZ, but not pure Dryads. It was Dryads, Bears, MGs. And Load 6 Demon Hunter.
So much tension, man. It is a Huntress build with the Keeper again. It is the LR build. So 1-0. What did he learn from the Last Refuge game?
I think he needs to try to prioritize creeping more himself. Perhaps taking a little bit slower. Getting fiends out more quickly. Interesting creep. He's going for the tiny green camp, as he's expecting getting harassed at the bigger one, at the claws camp. And he's correct in assuming so, as the Keeper is coming in, looking for harass. Summons the Treants into the undead main.
Okay.
Just to force a bit of resources. Of course, he won't be able to get an Acolyte kill, not against 1-2-0. But he forces them off of gold, he forces the narrow tower. Just a bit of economical pressure.
Yeah, looked like the Keeper can't really enter that base to right-click a little, or was too scared about it. 1-2-0 is, of course, not allowed to lose an Acolyte here. That can't happen, and it doesn't.
Moon is walling off his base, by the way. Why is he walling off his base?
Oh.
Can't you get staff trapped in there? Well, I guess he does have Nature's Blessing. What's it called? Force of Nature to get out. We'll see if that becomes an issue. Tree of Life coming up. Once again, pretty early. Once again, proxy. With the Keeper, obviously. You need the expansion. The hero is not strong enough to hold his water on one base in the late game.
We do get our levels. Of course, the Treants were a little bit of an experience gift. That's level 2 for him right away. Gloves of Haze, tech progresses. No weird second crypt. No Gargs. That would have been one of the crazy plays. But yeah, just standard. And I like it that way. I like it a lot. It's already better than most of the games they've had on Echo Isles.
Keeper now walking across the map. The Huntress was scouting. Not rushing level 3 here very quickly. And now the tech starts as well for Moon. Will be far behind, but he's probably not gonna try to make use of tier 3. Did you steal that last hit with an archer? He did. Oh my god.
Wow, that's such a big deal.
That's so hard to do.
And we had this little signs of strength before. In almost every map, I would say. And this is such a big sign of confidence again. This gives you momentum. It just feels really, really good if that happens, and that can give you wings.
This is an important camp that Moon is stealing away. It's also going to get him close to 3. Next item for him. Claws. Very nice for the keeper. And now he only needs the little green for level 3.
But that is what you get, right? Early game control, that's the strength of the keeper hunts.
Yeah, exactly. Kill threat also really big once you have the level 2 entangle. But normally you want to play your army a little more passively. Because you need to level the alchemist also.
He's going for the merc camp. Okay, pulls the ghouls. I thought, hey, how is he supposed to do that? Treant sees this, keeper is close.
This should cost some ghouls, I guess.
Pendant of
With
energy.
a pendant of energy. Great item.
That's one. Oh, coils it, willing to keep it alive somehow. And instead of just running away, he keeps on pressuring. This is good damage on the archer. This is... Did he save all ghouls so far?
Yeah.
Lots of mana involved, though.
Oh, the keeper in trouble now.
Whoa.
Has to TP out with a lich arriving.
Oh! The
Jeez.
balls!
Right, are you serious?
How does he have the nerve? He was like a meter away. Arm in the air TP. Okay. That's a lot of mana gone. That's a lot of mana gone.
Yeah. Mana that 1-0 cannot easily recover at all, whereas the keeper takes a sip from the moon juice and he's in fighting shape again.
Alchemist is a big help again. Mass air transition coming. It's time for the fairies.
Oh, the shop not close to the expo. That's normally what we see with this style. To support you close to your expansion when you're getting attacked there. 1-0 scouts everything here. He saw this before. He failed before on LR. How is he going to do it better this time?
2 claws on the keeper, pretty nice. Waiting for tier 3, of course. Must Q web. Kind of fast.
Yeah, destroyer.
Yeah.
The alchemist on LR got to level 3 very quick. Here it's a little bit more difficult.
And still good camps though. There's the 12 o'clock, there's the 12 o'clock, there's 6 o'clock. Murloc's on his side. Mercenary camp on his side. 1-0 moving the Lich away to get level 3 on the DK.
And the keeper's sharking around. Looking to be annoying with Entangle, maybe find some kills. Needs to be careful with this though. No TP anymore to protect him, so he needs to be aware of his positioning. Lich now finally with the orb.
Web is ready too. But he can't really allow Moon to get both of the spots. It's a little like Last Refuge when the Night Elf gets both of the merchants. That's a big lead. We don't have heal spray this time. 1-0 stole it, didn't he?
Last hit goes to the undead, yes. But item to the alchemist, big mana potion.
Big deal.
Moon falls back, not willing to fight. Doesn't have the air army yet.
And last game, when this was played, the one ambush by Moon made it super hard for 1-0 to come back into the game where he flew over the trees. This is probably not happening here. And I feel like 1-0's micro is a lot better than 2 games ago.
Definitely looking more scary here. Moon is taking the time to creep the Merc camp. Wants to get level 3. That's a lot of pressure on his Tree of Life. Moon cannot afford to lose this expansion.
He is taking the time.
Where's the repair? Moon, where's that repair?
Not coming. So confident. Knowing this is holdable here. Nova on the hunts to take them out to get more damage uptime for the ghouls. Destroyer focus, but should be fine. Ghouls are falling. But Fairies as well. All the Fiends, though, they don't look too hot anymore. Nobody to slow the hunts down. But everything kind of low for 1-0. Stressful situation.
One Fiend goes down. Lots of mana still left on the Keeper of the Grove. Destroyer flies back in, taking a lot of damage. Coil there as well, though lands. And Moon is losing quite a few units. 1-0, not too many yet. I think the webs are doing a good job. Mana Flare 4 making it hard to find the kills.
DK was kind of weirdly blocked there. I'm not sure what it was, but the Fiend falls next to Entangle. This seems to snowball a little for Moon again. One coil, one safe, but the second Fiend could be falling. Fairies everywhere. Flare. More Fiends coming from the north, but another one falling. Or is it Frost Armor the Savior? Throws another web, but will be dead. Entangle right clicks everywhere, but the damage is not on one target. It's separated on 2 or 3. That makes it less efficient. Moon at 48. 10 supply lead is okay. Lot more casualties to come, though.
Lots of heroes here out of mana. It's only the Lich really with anything left. The Destroyer is very important. It's standing in the middle of everything, not microing him, loses the Destroyer. At least there's no Entangle anymore. Next statue also being morphed, so one Destroyer now again available. Alchemist, one more Acid Bomb perhaps.
So many items for Moon. 1-0 has nothing left. Just a right click of the Lich. Level 4 DK soon. Still willing to fight. Acid Bomb onto the first hero. Interesting choice. There's no coil anymore. Needs to wait 20 seconds. Can only fight with the right clicks. Frost Armor, a big help, but he's super low. The Fairies! Town Portal out.
And that's Moon holding at the expansion. 1-0 down to only 33 supply. He lost a lot again right there. The kiting game, I believe, not quite perfect. The Fiend almost walking into the creeps.
Maybe it's one of these strategies where you don't really prepare for. You need to have like a specific micro against this with web and kiting and focus and all. Maybe 1-0 is a little rusty against this style. We've seen this better from him.
With a lot of resources. The cool thing about this build is you go hunts into fairies. You have the Hunter's Hall all ready to go into upgrades, which of course have crazy value on so many fairy dragons. Claw's also pretty good on the Alchemist. When he pops Chemical Rage, he's gonna have crazy damage output.
Close to level 4 on both heroes. Lich close to 3, DK level 4. Once again, the heroes have to do it.
Oh, Moon doesn't have the next Moonwell coming up, I believe.
Whoa.
That's gonna lock him at 60 for quite a while.
It's definitely
It's
a
really at
chance.
65, 70 where the strat becomes really good.
Yeah. Maybe with 2 attack upgrades. This is a lot quicker than before, right? Maybe that makes up for it. And the Moonwell was ready.
Okay.
Was a little bit of time for 1-2-0. This spell, maybe a little too early. Otherwise, he could have backstepped here. But Moon not starting the turtle camp. Has an Engine of War, has lots of units.
That's so many fairies. When you web them, you oftentimes can't focus them anymore because you have to keep on running.
Yeah. Hero focus against an Alchemist. Also tough choice. Almost 1k HP.
He gets one fairy, but there's lots of them.
That's a big one, though. That's level 3 Lich.
Moon. Where is he going? Counterattack? No, flank again.
Yeah.
He's going for the flank once more.
And he can jump over the trees when 1-2-0 wants to retreat through the little area on the bottom right. Took out a lot of wisps. And Moon is an upkeep, 1-2-0 is not.
Alchemist got some items from the main. Heal pot and staff.
Okay. Entangled. Oh! Did he kill it? I'm not too sure.
I think it barely stayed alive. The wisps are dead, but the Entangle is still standing. Entangle also on the Fiends. And there was no Dispel in time. Another Fiend goes down. Fairies in 2 separate groups.
Crazy.
One only chases after the Destroyers, and the rest goes for the Fiends.
That's a new approach for sure. And it's working really, really well. The Fiends take so much damage. Now the Fairy army is reunited. No TP. 1-0 has to run. This time there's a level 2 or an Acid Bomb. Great, but Coil last second. Acid Bomb does good damage over time. He's unwilling to block against this Alchemist. Slows him down with Nova though. Fiend stands still. 67 supply against 50. 1-0 is not losing anything. The statue is doing a great job. Now level 4 after the Destroyer. And this where everything falls apart.
Level 2 Chemical Rage for the Alchemist. Really good. He has crazy damage output now. Going for the DK next. There's a Dispel against the Entangle, but he's still taking a lot of damage thanks to the Acid Bomb. Has to run, getting blocked by his own units. What's happening? 1-2-0. The DK just dies to the Fairies. And that's it. GG. Moon does win this series. After a tough game on Amazonia, Moon goes back to the keeper and fairies and moves on to the semifinals.
Oh my, no reverse sweep. We were close, but Moon is not falling. Still on top. Moon with a top 4 performance, semi-final, but he was sweating a lot. Again, finding a new approach though. Fairies may be back in this matchup.
Did he play them so well, or did 1-0 make mistakes? It's hard to tell.
Probably
because
a mix
as
of
you
both.
say, normally we don't see them anymore. Nobody's playing them anymore. It had been considered that against the top undeads, the strat doesn't work. But maybe it does. It does for Moon. He moves on and eliminates the last undead out of the tournament.
Moon crazy, man. Crazy. 1-0 knew this expo wasn't cancelled even, was super greedy. Without TP, without big scrolls or something. Rough series for him. Great fighting spirit. The last undead is out. So it's down to the humans, the night elves. And maybe the orcs. It's TH versus Focus determining Moon's opponent. And then, yeah, Korea again superior to China. 1-0 again with only a top 8 performance in Gold League. This is not reflecting his year so far, I think. With a different seed, he has better shots.
Yeah.
Would have loved to see him versus TH and Infi. But that's how it is. If you meet your nemesis early, that ends his tournament run. But it wasn't his tournament from the get-go, so this result reflects the tournament better, I think.
Yeah, 1-0 here came back well in the series. He brought Moon to the edge. It was an exciting quarterfinal. But this was not top shape 1-0. Like, even in the maps that he won, it wasn't completely brilliant. He didn't blow us away. It was solid, it was good, it was really good. But it wasn't mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Which you don't have to be all the time. I guess you can't be all the time. And that lands him in the top 8.
So, in our top 4 so far, we got the player with the craziest rise of all of them. We got the hero of WGTL, or the MVP of WGTL, and we got the dominator of the scene and throughout the entire year. Who's gonna follow TH or Focus? Before we answer that, we hear from Moon.
那当然了，这个落败对方120的表现，在我看来也是非常出色的。接下来我们抓紧时间来连线一下胜利者 Moon。Hello Moon, congratulations.
Hello, yeah, thank you.
OK， 好，那么我们的第一个问题啊，在第4盘的这个比赛打完之后啊，120选手申请了一个5分钟的休息时间，然后 Moon 当时也同意了。那我想问一下，就是第4盘打完之后 ，Moon 感觉是不是也会有一点紧张或者疲惫的这种感觉？休息的时候他在想一些什么东西？
사실 네 번째 경기 끝나고 나서 120 선수가 5분 동안 휴식 시간 요청하셨잖아요. 그때 혹시 휴식하면서 뭐 따로 생각해둔 거나 있어요?
저도 똑같이 4경기 너무 힘들어가지고 쉬고 싶었는데 그 쉬는 동안 전략도 생각도 하고 또 어떻게 플레이할지 또 이미지 트레이닝도 하고 그렇게 했었습니다.
首先就是第4场打完之后，他也有点疲惫，然后在休息的时候也想了一下第5场要用的战术，然后调整一下自己的状态。
好，说到战术的话，今天在关键的第2局，拿到赛点的局，以及第5局最后确定胜利的这2局里面，都用了 KOG 首发，然后兵种里都使用了精灵龙，而且从场面上来看，确实对手120没有太好的破解的办法。我想问一下，这个战术莫恩是什么时候来发现并且把它练熟的？然后是跟谁练的？
2세트랑 5세트 때 키퍼 패드 빌드를 쓰셨잖아요. 2세트 때도 키퍼하고 그다음에 패드로 전환한 빌드 쓰고 5세트 마지막 경기 때도 키퍼랑 패드 조합을 썼는데 이거는 혹시 언제부터 이렇게 발견한 빌드인지 누구랑 연습하면서 혹시 이렇게 누구랑 연습해서 발견한 빌드인가요? 아니면 그냥 생각해낸 빌드인가요?
이 전략은 예전부터 썼던 건데 리포지드 나오기 전에도 이걸 썼었거든요. 예, 영웅이 좀 달랐을 수도 있고 아무튼 이 헌트리스로 시작하면서 패드 가는 전략은 예전부터 쭉 썼던 전략입니다. 그래서 이번에 120 선수를 만나게 돼서 또 다시 이 전략을 꺼내게 되었습니다.
就是 QG 加精灵龙的这个组合的话，以前也是用过的，只是就是最近可能又重新把它拿回来了。像女猎转那个精灵龙这一套的话，以前也是用过的，可能就是英雄组合会稍微有一些变化。然后这次在备战120的时候，也是专门拿出来用了一下。
好的，那今天观众对于你和120的这个5局3胜的比赛整体的表现都是非常的赞赏。我想知道月神对于今天自己的表现是怎么样一个看法？对于对手120又会给怎样的一个评价？
시청자들이 오늘 경기를 되게 많이 극찬하고 있는데 혹시 장재호 선수 생각하기에 자기 본인이 그 발휘에 대해서 어떻게 생각하고 상대 선수는 120 선수를 평가한다면 오늘 경기에 대해서 어떻게 평가하실 거예요?
오늘 120 선수 되게 잘했고요. 특히나 아마조니아에서 내가 질 줄은 몰랐어요. 상대 선수가 초중반에 불리했었다가 이제 좀 불리한 타이밍에 또 나가시를 노려가지고 제가 그때 또 실수가 또 있었긴 했는데 영웅이 데몬한테 보도너 스태프가 있었더라고요. 확인해 보니까 근데 그때 실수도 있었는데 아무튼 오늘 120 선수 대단히 잘했고 저도 오늘 너무 힘든 경기가 치른 것 같고 네, 내일 있을 경기도 준비 잘하도록 하겠습니다.
首先今天120打得非常好，像亚马逊那场的话，他没有想到会输，但是120抓住了他的失误点，然后去抓他的纳迦，然后以及他后面发现其实他的 DH 身上是有保存的，但是由于一些失误让 DH 死了。然后本人的话，可能今天表现的话，就是今天好累，要好好休息，准备一下明天的4强。
好的，那有非常多的人看好莫文这次能够最终夺冠，也希望他好好休息，后面的比赛继续加油，谢谢。
谢谢。
Alrighty, this was the interview with Moon. Once again, Wong, the madman, translating everything for us. First question was, 120 was asking for a break after game 4. Did you feel tired as well? How did this influence you? He said, yes, I felt very tired afterwards, and I used the time to prepare for game 5, and turned out well, I'd say. Of course, the question, why Mass Air? He said, I used it in the past. I thought it would work well, and it did. And he was asked, how would he rate his performance today? How would he rate 120's performance today? And the answer is 120 played very well. I didn't expect to lose the 4th map on AZ. I had the staff, but I forgot. Also, 120 caught me off guard and punished my mistakes. Wong is a freaking hero for providing these translations for us. glhwar3.com, his Warcraft 3 blog where he translates all the news about competitive Warcraft from China to our English language. Remo, we got one more. We got a 10-minute break, and then it's time for another China versus Korea battle. It's time for TH versus Focus. Get a rest, and we'll be right back. If you want to say something and I cut you off rudely, I'm sorry. Take the stage.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah!